I need your help. I went to my first rental inspection last Saturday. There were 30 people there. 30? I submitted my application. I had all my documents. I had my ID, my payslips, my reference letter. And I still didn't get it.
Welcome to renting in Australia.
It is brutal out there.
It really is. And if you've ever tried to rent in Australia, or you're about to, you already know the rental market is incredibly competitive. But here's the thing. Half the battle is knowing the right language. Knowing what to say, what to ask, what to look for. And that is exactly what we're teaching you today.
Because I genuinely did not understand half of what the agent said to me. And I've been speaking English my whole life.
Australian rental English is its own dialect. Stick with us. By the end of this episode, you will know every word, every phrase, everything you need to rent in Australia with confidence. And we are going to tell you about one document, one single piece of paper that could save you thousands of dollars. We'll get to that in segment 3. Don't go anywhere. Hi everyone, I'm Liz and welcome to Learn Australian English, the podcast where we teach you the real, everyday English that Australians actually speak.
And I'm Jack. And today's topic is very close to my heart right now. Renting in Australia. We're going to cover everything. How to find a property, the money you need up front, your rights as a tenant, how to talk to your landlord, and the vocabulary and phrases you need at every single step.
And throughout the episode, we're going to give you real phrases to practice. So stay with us all the way to the end. There is a lot to learn, and all of it is genuinely useful.
I wish I'd had this episode 6 weeks ago.
You and a million other people. Let's get into it. Okay, step 1. Finding a place to rent. In Australia, most rental properties are listed on websites like realestate.com.au or domain.com.au. You search by suburb, by price, by number of bedrooms. And when you find something you like, you register for an inspection.
And an inspection, for anyone who doesn't know, is an open viewing of the property. You turn up at a scheduled time, usually a Saturday morning, along with many other people. And you walk through the home to decide if you want to apply.
The person running the inspection is the property manager, also called the agent, or sometimes the real estate agent. They work for the landlord. The landlord is the owner of the property, the person who is renting it out.
And the agent has enormous power. They review all the applications and recommend who gets the property. So, be polite, be friendly, introduce yourself. It genuinely makes a difference.
A useful phrase to say to the agent at an inspection is, "Hi, I'm really interested in this property. Is there anything specific you'd recommend including in the application?" This shows initiative. Agents love it. Now practice that. Repeat after me. "Hi, I'm really interested in this property. Is there anything specific you'd recommend including in the application?"
After the inspection, if you want the property, you submit an application. This is a formal document, usually filled out online, where you provide your personal details, employment information, and references.
A reference in Australian renting is a person who can confirm that you are a reliable tenant and a good person. You'll typically need a rental reference from a previous landlord and an employment reference from a boss or colleague.
If you've never rented in Australia before, explain in your application that you are new to Australia. Agents understand this.
And if your application is successful, congratulations, you will be asked to sign a lease. A lease is the legal rental contract between you and the landlord. It sets out how long you'll rent the property, usually 6 or 12 months, how much rent you'll pay, and the rules of living there.
Okay, now we get to the part that shocks almost everyone who is new to Australia. The upfront costs of renting. Liz, how much are we talking?
A lot more than most people expect. And I want everyone watching to hear this clearly. because not knowing this information can leave you completely unprepared. The first big cost is the bond. A bond is a security deposit, a sum of money you pay before you move in. In most Australian states, the bond is equivalent to 4 weeks of rent. So if your rent is $1,000 a week, your bond is $4,000.
And here is the really important thing about the bond. In Australia, it is not held by the landlord. It is lodged with a government body. The government holds your money, not your landlord.
Which means, at the end of your tenancy just means the period of time you are renting. You apply to get your bond back. If the property is in good condition and you have no outstanding rent, you should receive the full amount.
But the landlord can make a bond claim against you. A bond claim means the landlord is requesting to keep some or all of your bond. For example, if there is damage to the property, or if you owe unpaid rent.
On top of the bond, you also pay rent in advance. This is typically 2 weeks of rent paid up front before you move in. So the maths is 4 weeks bond plus 2 weeks rent in advance. That is 6 weeks of rent before you even get the keys.
I did not know this. At all. I had to borrow money from my cousin.
Which is why we are telling you now. Budget for 6 weeks of rent up front. Always.
What about bills? In Australia, rent usually does not include utilities, electricity, gas, and internet. These are paid separately by the tenant. Always check your lease. It will specify what is and is not included.
A phrase you'll hear often is bills not included, or plus outgoings. Outgoings means the additional costs on top of rent. A great phrase to ask the agent is, could you please clarify which utilities are included in the rent and which ones I'll need to set up separately? Practice that now. Repeat after me. Could you please clarify which utilities are included in the rent and which ones I'll need to set up separately? Okay. This is the segment I promised you at the very start, the one document that could save you thousands of dollars. It is called the condition report.
What is a condition report?
A condition report is a detailed document you receive when you first move into a rental property. It describes the current state of every room, the walls, the floors, the appliances, the windows, every scratch, every mark, every imperfection. It is the official record of what the property looked like when you moved in.
And why does it save you money?
Because when you move out, your landlord will compare the condition of the property to this report. If there is damage that was not recorded on the condition report when you moved in, the landlord can argue that you caused it, and they can take money from your bond to fix it.
So if there was already a scratch on the wall when you moved in, and it's not written in the condition report, when you leave, they might blame you for it.
Exactly. So here is what you must do. When you receive the condition report, go through the entire property yourself. Check every room, every wall, every appliance, every window, every door. If you find something not recorded, write it in. Take photographs. Timestamp them on your phone. Then return the signed report within the required time frame, usually 3 to 5 business days.
And if something is broken when you move in, report it immediately in writing. The phrase to use is, I'd like to report a maintenance issue at the property. Could you please arrange for this to be looked at? Practice that now. I'd like to report a maintenance issue at the property. Could you please arrange for this to be looked at?
As a tenant in Australia, you have legal rights. Your landlord cannot enter the property whenever they want. They must give you proper notice. In most states, that is at least 24 hours written notice. And rent increases cannot happen without proper notice either, usually 60 days. And in many states, only once every 12 months.
If you feel your rights are being violated, contact your state's tenancy authority. They are free and they exist specifically to protect you.
Once you are living in the property, you'll also have routine inspections. These happen every 3 to 6 months. The agent visits to check the property is being looked after. Make sure it is clean and tidy.
If you want to make any changes, like hanging pictures or getting a pet, you must ask permission in writing first. The phrase is, "I'd like to request permission to keep a pet at the property. Please let me know if you need any further information."
And when you're ready to leave, give your notice to vacate in writing. Usually 14 to 28 days. Leave the property in vacant possession, completely empty and clean. This protects your bond.
And remember, fair wear and tear. Normal scuffs and fading from everyday use cannot be charged to you. If your landlord tries, dispute it through your tenancy authority.
Okay, let's bring it all together. You know that an inspection is the open viewing, the agent has the power, and your application needs strong references. You know the bond is 4 weeks up front, held by the government, plus 2 weeks rent in advance. 6 weeks total. Budget for it.
You know to check your condition report meticulously. Photograph everything. And you know your rights. Proper notice before entry. Fair wear and tear cannot be charged, and your tenancy authority is there for help.
You are now fully prepared to rent in Australia. In English. Confidently.
Have you rented in Australia? Or are you about to start looking? Tell us in the comments. What part of renting in Australia confused you the most? We read every single one.
And if this episode helped you, please subscribe. We post a new Australian English lesson every single week.
Good luck with the house hunt.
See you next time.